Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm GameFace Killa and I'm back with some more Roll Cholo adventures in Gloomhaven with Digital Gloomhaven. Uh, I've been playing this for a little while now in early access, checking out Guildmaster Mode, which is sort of I guess you could say, it's not single player, it's multiplayer, but it's sort of the roguelike element version of the game. Checking out some of the new things that are in the newest patch. Although I haven't gotten to any city adventures as of yet, but I imagine that might be something a little further down the line. Got to play some great Gloomhaven games over the break with multiplayer with family. I definitely think that the multiplayer element is one of the things that it's just so much more fun to play with other people and uh, talk tactics and kind of plan out strategies. It's a lot harder to play this solo in terms of challenge and I'm even I wasn't necessarily a part of the gaming, but I even knew I talked to some of my family members who were able to beat one of the hardest quests that I haven't been able to beat on my own yet, the Protect the Nest uh, Vermling Mine Thief story quest. So it's unfortunate. I think maybe I just got stuck with a couple of bad luck runs, but then also maybe not quite focusing as much as I should be on. I think this one is a kill the guards, right? Kill the guards that spawn in. Hey Joe, how's it going? And so that's always tough. So for my solo play, I'm kind of just trying to expand the map as much as I can. I'm trying to get all the travel quests done so I can see just how far everything stretches so far. I had been occasionally trying to do, or one time I was trying to do a bunch of job quests to see if there was any kind of limit on them. And so far, I haven't seen any. And so I sort of abandoned that because even though they are still giving me items, which I could find useful, I'm just kind of now expanding into new territory and going after some travel quests. There's definitely a lot of stuff here. You've got story quests, which kind of further the background of the different classes, and in addition, they provide a really awesome chance to get perks, which is a really cool change from the battle goal option and level up option. You still get perks for leveling up, but you don't get perks for there's no battle goals in the system. So it's kind of cool that they have this alternative story quest system that gives those perks options to you because there's definitely a lot of cool perks. Then there's the travel quests, which of course, like I said before, open up uh, new areas of the map, and those are kind of what I'm focused on now. I've got 3 that I've done so far. There's relic quests that unlock based on certain achievements that you get, and of course, if you complete those, I'm assuming you get some really awesome item that's not available anywhere else. And then, of course, there's like I mentioned earlier as well, the repeating job quests. I think those are mostly because they know that in the game, it's going to be a little bit different than the physical game because you're not just playing 4 characters. You're probably playing a guild of every character that's available, and you might be leveling all of them up to level 9. And so you need extra quest padding in order to get those XP and of course gold to buy all the items that you need and that kind of thing. And of course, like we found out, maybe it was last quest or last session that I have 2 enhancements that are available, but then I realized that they're actually not just 2 enhancements for everybody in my guild. It's 2 enhancements for each person that are available. So that's something else to save up money for. I also think that's going to help me complete quests a lot more handily, is by getting a little bit of money in my pocket to be able to afford all of those. All right, so it looks like we're going to be trying to continue our travel route. There was one thing I wanted to check really quickly in the achievements. It does look like there's 3 achievements I need to get to that will unlock. it looks like they unlock different chapters. So if I reach the Hermitage, I unlock 1.4. Reaching Lowtown unlocks 2.1. Reaching the Slosh Squirrel is 3.1. So Hermitage, Lowtown, and Slosh Squirrel, I need to reach those to get an achievement. It gives me an enhancement slot, but it looks like the only one that's available, although a shot in the dark might be... Okay, the Slosh Squirrel. Okay, so we've got 2 quests that actually will give me achievements on those, if I can get to them. So I think what I'll try to do first is reach the spice capital of Samirt. It looks like there are a ton of creatures in this quest. But before I go there, I need to level up my people. Elementalist finally reached level 2, last quest. So I've got Boiling Arc, which is an attack 2 melee attack. Even though it looks like kind of an AoE attack, it is melee, which is interesting because I don't know. I have a feeling this Elementalist kind of... I like the ranged attacks a little bit more. Although this is a nice... It's a nice ranged attack. And it's not even a lost card, which is pretty cool. On the bottom, there's move 4, which would be nice because the Elementalist doesn't have a lot of move, except unless they can spend elements for it, and I don't necessarily like to do that. And then they can also activate Retaliate at range. That's pretty cool. The second card is a range attack. It sort of looks sort of like Dirt Tornado, except it just attacks 1. I can use it at a range of 3 and it generates ice. Interesting. So, someone's telling me apparently my link doesn't work. All right. That's a tough one because I like the idea of attacking AoE, and there is an active ability that I can trigger that can boost my attack up to 2. So it would be kind of cool to have some high-level attacks. But I really like this Boiling Arc. I like the idea of being able to set up a retaliation as well as a sort of ranged attack. And attack 2 is pretty brutal. Now I got to figure out what to sub in for it. I might try to replace the other melee attack I have. I know he's got another melee attack here. I just got to figure out what it is. Oh, it's this Frigid Torrent, which is nice because it's a little bit higher in initiative, but it's not too much higher. I do lose a pretty good ranged ability, but it's a lost card. Man, although I do like the fact that it's a pierce attack, and I could target 2 people. I don't... Oh, here is the other attack I have. But it attacks within range 4. Everything else is a range attack. It's interesting because I think these other attacks... Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take out the Frigid Torrent and sub in the Boiling Arc. And so that card choice seems good. I do have the ability to gain a perk, and with the Elementalist, I may do something a little uncharacteristic, which is instead of working on getting rid of the negatives right away, what I would rather do is add some elements before I do anything else, because that is really the thing that is going to... That's cool. So I can replace regular 0 cards with element 0 cards. That's pretty awesome. And it's 2 different elements. So I feel like although this adds 3 elements, they're all 0. So I'm definitely going to be increasing the chance that I don't cause any extra damage ever, but I'm also decreasing the chance that I'm going to cause negative damage. Man, and really these ice... I think I'm going to have to go with Glaciate, because adding ice element would help add stun to both the Spellweaver and the Elementalist on a lot of their cards. So let's go ahead and do that. Although it'll be weird because I'll be adding elements, not necessarily for that round, but for the round after, or for the Spellweaver to use later if she goes later. So that'll be kind of an interesting experiment to see how this works. Although I could use him the next turn with the Elementalist too. All right, Craigheart also has reached level 5, and I think we did some quest that gave him a perk anyway, or I completed an achievement. So he's got 2 perks, I think, coming. So level 5 already. Man, this guy's old. Petrify is a loss ability. I can kill a normal enemy within range 4, create a single hex obstacle in the hex where they died. That's cool. It's on the bottom, it's a move 3 and immobilize at the end of the movement. I have a hard time with cards. I think he has a lower level card that does the same thing, or maybe it's the Mind Thief that has one. My problem with move immobilize cards is that they're often move first and then immobilize, and it's like, well, immobilization doesn't really help because they're going to attack me anyway. So why does it matter if I move and then immobilize? I don't know. It seems like kind of a waste. Although I know you could do the top half and then move some more. Hopefully, if you have a top card. Wow, Stone Pummel, attack 3 and muddle, possibly 4 enemies. But that's a nice configuration because I can often get in between at least 2 or 3 enemies like that are in those positions often. Ooh, and I can destroy obstacles. Joe's going to like this card. I can destroy obstacles to do extra damage. Man, I just have never really seen the upper level Craigheart cards, I guess. That's a great card. Okay, I think I'm taking that one. Okay, so Stone Pummel's initiative 32. I think I'm going to get rid of a melee attack if I have any left. Because I mean, I like Avalanche okay, but I almost seem to not want to use it because it's a lost card. And I really never use the bottom half. I mean, it's not, maybe I just haven't figured out a good combo with it, but it's also nice because I'm getting rid of a really, really high initiative card for a really, really low initiative card. So that helps. Okay, now he should have 2 perks, I think. Yeah. All right. So the problem with Savage is it adds a -2 card. Oh, but it does add 2 +2 cards. I don't know. I'm down to just 4 negative cards total. That's a pretty good amount. But man, I just don't know if I like the idea of adding any extra negative, especially a -2 card. I could do the +2 muddles. Those are kind of nice. Yeah, I think I will go with those. We'll just add 2 of those. So now I've got a good chance of drawing +2s. Now at this point, other than adding some extra +1s, I could go ahead and get dust and remove the negatives, and then I've got a huge advantage in getting positive results. But it's getting good. Perk deck's getting good. All right, so we're going to try to reach the spice capital of Samirt. Looks like there's a lot of enemies in this stage, though. So this will be interesting. We've got Vipers, Hounds, Elite Hounds, Vermling Scouts, Elite Scouts, Shaman, and Shaman Elites. Crazy. It's a long and arduous journey west towards Semiert, and after crossing a wide river, you reach the edge of the forest and that lies to the east of it. Immediately, you hear chittering and exclamations of anger, and a few arrows are fired out of the undergrowth. Rather than deal with hit and run tactics, you head deep into the forest and decide to lay waste to one of their main villages in the area. Okay. You reach the village to see vermlings. Wait, you reach the village and see vermlings armed with bows and arrows commanding animals. Crazy. Okay, so looks like we've got a 3-room dungeon. This first room doesn't look too terribly bad. What I'd like to do is just pretty much either muddle these guys or... So Dirt Tornado is probably going to do the most damage, and it's going to muddle all of them, so 3 of them won't be able to attack very well. It is a range 2, so I'm going to need to move up at least 1. Or I could use Kinetic Assault. But it's a little early to be losing cards. Okay, so I can move up and do some damage, and then do Dirt Tornado. Alright, so now all I need to do is I'm going to move up here in the front lines so that I can stun with Perverse Edge. I'm going to stun the bear. And then let's go ahead and immobilize someone else. Probably the Hound, as long as I can go before him. So the Elementalist has a nice possible starting ability. Now, see, I already like this Boiling Arc because I could still hit 3 people in a row if I'm standing, and I can be standing 2 spaces away to do that. So if I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the hard part, is moving 4 spaces. Oh, there we go. Oh, Boiling Arc is... So none of my cards move very fast, but we'll see if we can get Boiling Arc off somehow. And then probably do some Impaling Eruption. Seems smart. This should do a lot of damage. The hounds might try to go before me and ruin my line, or the one hound. We'll see. A little bit early. But I should be able to not lock them in their space. Which would be smart because they're going to do some damage. Or he would be able to do some damage if he could move. So yeah, we'll set that up with Mind Thief. Okay, so the Mind Thief definitely has to hit Oh, he could hit the hound with that. Well, we'll stun the bear. And then immobilize. Yeah, because his attack would have been worse. So we'll immobilize the hound. Ooh, +2 in ice. Look at that. And this is beautiful because the Elementalist could have. Well, no, couldn't have moved. If I had used one of my other cards, but it'd be later in initiative. So, all right. So Mind Thief doesn't need to get drink any potions. So this is where it would have been nice to have extra move. I need to get some boots for this guy. So if I move 2 spaces straight forward, I should be able to. Oh, actually, I'll be able to hit all these guys. Holy cow. I didn't even realize this. Unfortunately, none of his attacks can use ice, but that's okay. I think I'm going to be able to hit everybody. Oh, I can't hit the back row, yeah, because it's just the 2 rows in front of me. Darn. Okay, so it's going to do 2 damage. Man. So the good thing is I'm already generating some great elements on a regular basis here. I don't think I need to worry about, because nobody's using him this round, so I'm going to go ahead and not drink my mana potion this round. Oh, yeah. Those are... Yeah, you're right, Joe. The scouts are the guys who hold the bows but actually do melee attacks most of the time. Okay, so the sucky thing about Impaling Eruption is the first attack is always going to be at a disadvantage if you're right up next to someone, but it's too hard to pass up this line right here. So I'm still gonna do it. I am going to. Man, I really want to. Okay, so I'm going to use Impaling Eruption. I am going to use my Power Potion. Nothing has shielding, so I don't need to use my bow. But I got to hit all these guys. It's going to do some heavy damage. It's going to kill most of them, maybe, depending on what I draw. But this is a great attack. All right. So it killed almost all of them. I'm going to wait to drink or use my Empowering Talisman, because I don't... Sometimes I use it and I regret not having it for the Power Potion, or sometimes I use it for the stamina. I don't know. It's always tough to decide what to use it for. Okay. So at this point, using Dirt Tornado seems redundant. Oh, it's going to hit allies too, so I got to not do that. So I could conceivably move up for... But then I can't use... I mean, using Dirt Tornado seems silly. Oh, but I could use the +1 attack. So it'd be a 3 attack. I mean, it's better than my regular attack, so I'm going to use that plus the boots. Move on up here. Now, it does say it just hits allies and enemies, so I can... Oh, I did this wrong. Whoops. Okay, so I am just doing a regular attack, but... Oof. That was a terrible modifier draw. So I got a lot of good elements to choose from. So the Elementalist is going to have a nice, difficult choice. Let's start with him. I do need to see if I can get a stun attack. Okay, so Stoking Hail will definitely give me a good stun attack. I need to move away from him. And then So I'll use Lava Eruption to be able to go early. I need to go ahead and have her use... There we go. Flame Strike to use the wound. And that means Craigheart can use the earth somehow. Push 2, not that great. I mean, I could go late in the game and try to immobilize him. That might be a good use of the earth, and it gives me an XP. So yeah, let's do that. But we'll go 87. He should already be stunned by that point. So now just the Mind Thief needs to figure out what to do. So we'll go ahead and do the Mind's Weakness. Try to get some damage going. Man, I don't even need to heal myself. So we'll go ahead and just do this for a normal movement. Okay, so shielding and retaliating, which sucks because he's going so early. I can't really have anybody melee attack him. But maybe if I stun him... No, I think he still can retaliate. I think we figured that out. So if you melee attack a stunned creature, even though this doesn't make sense, they can still retaliate. So the Spellweaver is right up next to him. I'm going to go ahead and move... I want to use this top card to wound him. So I need to use the bottom card to start moving a little bit towards the door and get range so that I'm not attacking at disadvantage. We are going to use the fire to wound him. Oh, and he's shielded, so we probably should just go ahead and use the bow. Whew, +2. So 5 damage total. That was a pretty good hit. And he's wounded. So ending the turn. All right, so the Elementalist also needs to move away. He'll be generating some air doing that. I'm starting to see a regular process of elements, which is great. He also will use his bow. 2 damage and a stun. This is great because now the bear will be stunned next turn as well. He is creating air. Maybe I will also create some fire? I don't know. Let's see. Well, actually, the ice can once again be used to stun. So it seems like a better choice. Okay. So this is the tricky thing with Mind Thief, is do I want to try and... I mean, I should get the Mind's Weakness activated anyway, but the question is, do I want to be retaliated on? I haven't taken really a lot of damage so far, so I think I'll risk it. Do an attack. And we'll poison him. This will be where it's going to be great to use that card that adds extra for every negative condition, adds extra damage. So yeah, I got to take the 2 hits. Old Craigheart. All right, so we'll move him back to get the gold. Now he won't get retaliated on. And we'll, besides stunning, we'll also immobilize this guy. Ooh, nice. Well, that's the end of that. Only took 2 damage because of the retaliate. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken any damage. So that's not too bad. Now, this next room looks like a pretty big room as well. So we're going to have to make sure we all stay together. Looks like his fastest move, though, is a 77. Now, the Mind Thief does need to use that heal. But I think I might already have... Nope, I haven't used it yet. There we go. So we'll heal that 2 back. No big deal. And we'll just use Fearsome Blade because it's a highest initiative that she has, and it's a melee attack, so I won't be able to do any of those for a little while. Elementalist. So the problem is there's some actual good elements on the board, so I really need to try to... I need to try to get this Shaping Ether working. And if I use Pure Augmentation, I can get some heavy move out of that wind. So we'll stick with that. Flashing Burst. If I use Reviving Ether and Fire Orbs, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I think all the elements might be used at that point. So maybe Fire Orbs would be great just because it would give me some more fire. But I'm also afraid that I won't have any 3 enemies close. So maybe we will play it safe and just do a 3 damage attack, 1 3 damage attack instead. Got to get the gold. Okay. And the problem is that the Mind Thief doesn't have a lot of high movement cards. So it's going to be tough. All right, so we're going to have this guy use extra movement. Have they got giant snakes? Certainly looks like it. Watch out, those things can jump. Yes, that is indeed true. Okay, so I can stun and do extra attack, but the question is, do I want to move back? So the range on this is 3. So I can be 1 space back and still hit this guy. So let's do that. So we're going to use the fire and the ice to do extra damage and stun. So the snakes are going to get to move. They're going to have to move 2 spaces, though. So that should mean that none of them are going to be able to get close enough. But they're going to clog the doorway, allowing me to do some extra damage on them. Oh, lots of people are going to go now. Uh-oh. Dang, he did a lot of damage. This is where a dirt tornado would come into play. Okay. So we were going to move 3. I'm not going to be able to get up there to tank, but I will be able to. Do I want to attack for 2 on everyone? Or heal my friend a little bit here? I think we should probably attack for 2 on everyone. And boost it. Man, totally missed this guy in the front. So I am going to use my mana potion to infuse some kind of, probably stun. Because I think the Spellweaver still has her, for next turn, her cold fire. So I could stun the guys in the doorway. And then we'll also use our amulet to get back, let's say, the power potion. Oh, is there gold? I'm missing gold. I thought I got that gold. Okay. So she is going to move 4 spaces. I think this is close enough. And then do a 3 attack and generate some light. There we go. They can be killed. I'm wondering if I should... No, I can use Cold Fire next round, but I don't have a low initiative card. So I should probably drink my stamina potion so I can get a low initiative card. And I'll use that to heal the Elementalist. And then do Cold Fire on the top, hopefully go before any of them do. And we'll get the power potion back. Okay. So now would be a good time. Oh, look at that. I can... Oh, but it's got to be an empty hex. That's not fun. Well, let's say he... Ha ha ha. But that sucks because I don't have a lot of melee. Well, I have some melee attacks here. This will be kind of interesting. So I may do the active ability on Stone Pummel in combo with Kinetic Assault. Now I got to get the Elementalist. And of course... Oh, wait. No, he can move... Oh, but he can only move 1. Dang it. Okay, I'm going to have him go 32 so he can go after the Elementalist. The Elementalist will move backwards. And I can do extra attack damage. I mean, he's going to have to use Tremulous Cyclone, but the question is, am I going to use that as an attack, or am I going to use that as a move and then do something else as an attack? I mean, this seems good because I can use the element that nobody else can use, the sun, or the light element. Nobody else can use that. So it seems like a good one to go with. Now we've got our fire orbs over here. I can definitely use that. Monobolt to heal. Now we just have the old Mind Thief. Needs to get a move on. So if we scurry... Oh, I've got the Cranium Overload as well. So that should be able to move her back up there pretty fast. Okay. So the Viper is going... So with Cold Fire, I should be able to stun any Vipers. I know they can jump. Do they have a jump as their innate ability? I want to see. Oh. No, their innate ability attaches poison. Okay, so if I move... Okay, so I can move up there if I wanted to. This will clog our side of the doorway, so nobody's going to be moving in there. I'm not going to... So I'll go ahead and use Scurry, but I'm not going to move. I am going to attack, and this is... I don't need to use my Power Potion, really, because it should do enough attack just by itself. Yeah. Okay. Now, should I go invisible is the question, because they're going to attack him if they attack anybody, or her. So I think I will. And now I'm just an obstacle in the way. So they'll just attack Craigheart, but only one of them is going to be able to now. I think I've got a good number of... I don't need to use Stamina Potion just yet. Alright, so Spellweaver is going to heal the Elementalist. Thankfully, she went before the Elementalist. Got him healed back up. Then we're going to do... Darn. I can't quite do 3 damage again. Or 3 attacks. Oh well. 2's good. Dead. Not dead. Oh, I was going to do... Why did I do Fire Orbs? I was going to do Cold Fire and stun them, and I now don't have that opportunity. And the Elementalist is going to take hit again. That's okay. And he's poisoned, but... Sheesh. It's a lot of damage. Now, this is the thing that I'm still having trouble with, because I think this was a rule that I've been playing wrong, which is that if a monster can't get closer and actually hit anything, which in this case the doorway is completely blocked, unless they have jump, they couldn't move and get into position, they'll actually just stay where they are, which I think definitely makes everything a lot harder to hit for sure. Yeah, kind of sucks. Well, I'm going to move 2, but I can't because I'm immobilized. So I'm wondering if I should do this, because it's going to add extra... Yeah. So now I can use the sun to add extra damage to the attack, and it's a ranged attack that's going to hit 3 things. So we're going to spin that, add the sun. Man, I cannot believe I did not use that ice to do stun. That's so dumb. Okay, so who can I hit? No. Come on. Now, I should be able to rotate that around and hit, but maybe it's because he's out of line of sight. See, I can't hit this one either. Something needs to get fixed in terms of this, unless I've been playing the rules wrong this whole time. Well, that's lame. Oh, so I better hit these two guys. Why can't I select any of these? This is really weird. Okay, so I'm going to use... Okay, for some reason it wouldn't let me select it. Now it's okay. All right, so one of them should die. The other one might be dead. No, exact opposite. The one that should have died didn't die, and the other one did. That's okay. All right, so the Vermling Scouts are the only ones that really can go, and they're not going to be able to do anything, so they'll probably just stay where they are. I should have moved out of the way, but I couldn't because I was immobilized. Okay. Well, now I'm in a annoying position. Man. And I don't have a ranged attack that I can substitute, so I guess I'm just going to have to prepare for future. I still can't tank. All right, so there were some mistakes that round for sure. So now I should be able to do the empty hex obstacle throw thing. I don't know if that counts as a ranged attack. I don't think it does. Yeah, okay. So the Mind Thief is going to do some mass hysteria, hopefully cause these guys to have muddled attacks. Ice spikes seem pretty good. Okay. You always have to take what they give you when you burn. Yeah. Crag and Elementalist do seem, I think between Crag and the Spellweaver, there's definitely a lot of good stuff going on. I just don't know if I can hit 3 people. 1, 2, 3. No, I can't. So I should probably go for a big mean, this guy's not going to live much longer either. All right. Try to go a little bit later. Hopefully some of them are a little closer. Okay. So we're going to strengthen by attacking this guy. Probably kill him. Yep. And I'm strengthened, which gives me advantage on this next attack of Mass Hysteria. So I should be able to do some pretty good... and of course I can't. I don't have line of sight on everybody, even though I could totally draw from one of my corners to the other. I'm only hitting one person with this. That is a joke. Man. But it did create the ice element, which is nice because now the Spellweaver is not doing cold fire anymore. Lame. That's okay. I can still do some good damage to this guy who hasn't taken any damage. So we'll start with 2 damage, which turns into 3. Then we'll do 3 damage. Huh. I'll hit this back guy for 3. Kills him. Okay, so Elementalist cannot get in the room and probably can't hit anybody. 2, 3. But he needs to move out of there, that's for sure. So maybe he could... Nobody else is going to use the ice element, so maybe I can move... Wish I could jump. But I might just need to move back. 1, 2, 3. I can still hit where I'm at, so don't need to use the ice. That'll be good for next round because I can use cold fire and stun these guys. But I am going to use the ice spikes for the +1 attack. Oh, and I can use the sun again for an extra +1 attack. And now this guy will take a lot of damage. Yeah, now he's starting to show a little power here. 5 damage base is pretty good. Okay. Fortunately, I can't hit both of these guys together. So I'm moving this target. Because I never get to do this. Almost. Now he's got to get around a couple of objects there. Of course, so do I, but, you know. It's going to take him a little while. Of course, he can jump right over those, probably. Which he will do right now. So I'm going to go ahead and move on up there so I can finally tank. Oh, but you know what? I shouldn't have done that because now I'm going to get 2 hits, whereas I would have just taken 1. That's okay. So we'll block that one. What was that? What are they doing? Oh, give me disadvantage. Interesting. All right, new round. Hey, I can push this guy into some trap. Oh, but I got to do a short rest. Do I want to burn that? Yeah, I don't want to lose anything better. So I definitely want to use melee attack. So this heaving swing would be great, just to do a hard hit, then push him into a trap. I want to go early. Oh, but I gotta go early. All right. We'll try to go really early. The Mind Thief is strengthened, so I probably just want a short rest. Don't like to lose Scurry, but I need to do some stunning. Do I have any other? Oh, Mass Hysteria. That's a good one. I will have the Elementalist long rest just because he is hurting a little bit. Cold Fire is great to use now. I can finally use that stun that I should have used a long time ago. Get some Fork Beam going. All right, so they're shielding and poisoning, shielding and attacking. And of course, they're going right after the Mind Thief. But we're going to stun one of them, so. Oof. ×2 on a one attack, but that's okay. Stun one of them, and then, of course, we will muddle both of them. I'm not going to do my power potion. Oof, good thing he was strengthened because he needed to. He drew some misses there. I think these guys will be good. So he's attacking, but he is muddled. All right. So he drew a -2. I thought that would have just reduced him to nothing there if he drew a -2. Was that a 3 attack that they had? Just an attack 2. That's weird. Oh, but I was poisoned, so maybe it was 3. Okay. So let's heaving swing this guy. I'm not going to use my power potion because I don't want to try to kill him, but I'm probably going to. Yep. Of course. All right, we'll go ahead and move him in here on the gold. All right, well, at this point, stunning him is good just simply because. Yeah, even if it does no damage, he'll skip his next turn. We'll start moving up here too. All right, Elementalist loses a card. I feel like this pure augmentation or shaping the ether might be good. I know it does a lot and I can stun, but I don't think this last room should be that bad. All right, definitely need to get some healing going. But I need him to move up closer. So we got to have the Elementalist go before 29, which he can do. So I'll have him move up 2. And stun with Stoking Hail. Spellweaver. She can go ahead and long rest. Mind Thief. I mean, he's stunned this round. But the question is, do I want to come over here and get this gold? It's a long way out of the way. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to cranium overload. I think they should be able to kill him. All right. So he's stunned. Nothing to worry about. So we'll move 5. Elementalist is going to generate some more ice. And oh, I guess he can't be stunned anyway. All right. Almost messed that up. Okay, so first heal him back up to full. Now, Craigheart, get some tanking done, sir. All right, Spellweaver. Guess we'll get rid of Cold Fire. This last room is very small. There shouldn't be a lot of enemies. I know AoE attacks are pretty good, but I think Elementalist could probably handle the stuns in this last room. All right, so we're gonna... I think the fastest I can move is... Well, I could move 5 and open the door. But that seems silly when I could also throw it and do damage. Okay. Mind Thief. Just going to do some move action. Elementalist. Can move 5 with the ice. That's pretty nice. And if I can generate air somehow, I can't. That's okay. Maybe we can do it later, so I'll save that card. Spellweaver's getting close to needing to use her. Man, this is a long stage, because usually the Spellweaver is just getting to the last room when she needs to get her Reviving Ether going. So we don't want to use both of our move 4 cards, so we're going to have to split these up. All right, Mind Thief. Doesn't really matter which one is which. Spellweaver. All right, Elementalist will get to move 5. All right, the door's getting open next round. Maybe. Huh. I wish I could move 3 because that would let me throw this, but Well, maybe someone else can move fast, and maybe the Spellweaver can move fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does she have her? Yeah, she has her invisibility cloak. She can do that. So I just need to go above 26, which is no problem for Craigheart because all of his cards are high practically. Um, okay. Okay. All right. So Mind Thief is probably just. Man, that sucks that he moves so quick. But I think those are the last two cards the Mind Thief has. So. Um. All right. Well, whoop, 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 whoop. We're just moving up 2. And hanging out here. Elementalist needs to move 2 with the air so he can move really fast next round. Or really far next round. Not necessarily fast. All right, so we're moving 4. And then we're shadow tanking. Here we are, the cause of the problem. Blasted Vermling Shamans. They can curse your whole party and heal their allies. If you can, take them down fast. No problem. They're not close enough, though. I mean, the hounds should probably get taken out first because the hound, singular, considering the fact that it can retaliate. I'm not going to use my power potion yet. I'm going to save it for a special occasion. That was a good hit, though. I'm going to go invisible. Now, none of these guys can move past, and I'm just basically a big wall. Although the shaman can move up and range attack, and they're cursing with that range attack, which sucks. That's crazy damage. Wow, these guys have 3 innate shielding. That's insane. And they just cursed and did like tons of damage because they drew crazy modifiers. I do not like the cursing. Okay, well, the nice thing is now I can heal. Move 1 adjacent single hex obstacle. And of course, that's not single hex. Man. Well, I got stuck again. Wasn't paying attention. This is why I need 2 people to help me remember this stuff. Wow. We're on a new round already? Okay, so I got a short rest. So the heaving swing would be great, except for the fact that I think he still has the ability to do some extra melee damage. So I'm going to redraw that. That's probably good to burn. Although it had that awesome bottom movement thing, but I think I can still do a pretty good awesome movement thing. As a matter of fact, I might do that. I just wish there was earth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the problem is that if I use this, I'll have to have the Elementalist move back. which is fine. I just need to attack a couple of guys here. Well, you know, if I end up doing 1 damage to her, that's not going to be that bad. So I'll go early. Hate to burn Cranium Overlord, but all 3 of the 4 of these guys are elite, and the one that's not is about to die anyway. I could use Submissive Affliction. That might be good, considering that I need to do some nice damage. Mass Hysteria would be great, just to muddle everybody. All right, Elementalist. We got to move you up there. Okay, got a short rest. Kind of down to just like whatever's left. Oh, darn it. I forgot to go late with the... Oh, that's okay. Craigheart will be in the way to tank. So thankfully the shamans aren't doing much other than attacking. But do they have an innate curse? No. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have the shaman attack the hound and hopefully get retaliated on. It's kind of crazy that it didn't retaliate more. Oh, it's only going to retaliate 1. But that's okay. Now we're going to mass hysteria everybody. And we're going to add power potion. Okay. I wanted to use my goggles. I missed one guy. I could have maybe drawn better initiative cards, but that's okay. So we'll go ahead and get that back. The nice thing is everybody's muddled. So Cragheart's going to use his big ability. Oh, this is even better because I can move, now that the hound's dead, I can move right in the middle of these guys, not do the damage to the Spellweaver. Unfortunately, I have no earth, but I'm going to do automatic damage. All right. So this melee, we're not going to move. This melee is going to do... Why is it only going to do 4 damage? It should do more than that, considering that I have Stone Pummel on. Oh, I've got to destroy an obstacle. When possible, destroy an adjacent obstacle to add. Huh. Okay, well, that's going to be really rare. I'm going to try and kill this guy then. All right. One less shaman to deal with. So that's probably not going to do any damage. So I might as well move over here, the Spellweaver, and attack 2 targets. And use a power potion to maybe do extra damage. Alright. Wish I had reversed that, but that's okay. Alright. So we will use the wind to move extra. And then we'll do the old bow and arc and add some extra damage. So that's 3 damage attacked. So unless I draw a +1, it's not going to do any extra damage. There you go. Why did it? Huh. Oh, it was a 2 attack +1. But I use an element, I thought. Oh, I didn't select an element. Jeez. Man, 3 damage. All right, we got to do the heavy hitting damage here. So I can push this guy, but probably not far enough into an obstacle. I mean, that's a huge attack. So I got to do the biggest attack I can. Well, this is a good attack because it does a wound, and I can stun him. Yeah, that seems like a good attack. Oh, but that also has a bottom attack. So I should use the bottom attack there and the top attack to do 3 damage. Okay. Spellweaver is going to short rest. And of course, I cursed myself because basically I said that she always gets to the last room and then all of a sudden she needs to use Reviving Ether because she doesn't have any more cards. And I got to the last room and she has to use Reviving Ether. Nah, you little vixen. 4 damage. That is insane. Okay, well, this is kind of what I... Huh. Well, I need to just move and do the disarm then. And we're going to use the goggles. ×2, 5 damage. There we go. All right, Craggy. So we'll just move and get the gold. Oh, but he's immobilized. Of course. Clean yourself up, boy. Oh, that just took off the poison. All right, so we can move over here, and then this. Hopefully the Elementalist can get to the other treasure. Yep, he can. Good. All right, well, definitely had some dumb moves there, but still some awesome damage for the most part. These new cards are adding a lot of really cool stuff. The main area around the trade route is now clear, although many vermlings have retreated into the deeper part of the forest. Whew, we're getting the Vermling Scout kills up there. Elementalist uses 30 area attack, so that's going to get... I'm going to need to keep doing that because that's going to get another perk coming to get more elements on the field. Craigheart consumes 40 earth elements. That's getting up there too. All right. Lots of good stuff getting closer. So we'll see. It should show us the new area we've opened up. Quest complete. Major stamina potion design. That'll be cool. Get 2 discarded cards instead of 1. Thank goodness, with the spice route back open, my food can actually start to have some flavor again. I've also been able to get some important ingredients to start supplying major stamina potions. Many warriors value these really highly. So in the regular Gloomhaven, if you have the physical version, the stamina potion is actually overpowered, and they've kind of retconned it according to like the FAQ rules. And Isaac himself has said that it's way too powerful, being able to get 2 cards back. So in the digital Gloomhaven version, the stamina potion only allows you to get one card back. Man, we've got another travel quest. So we got to have the brute in here, but we can open up the tower shield design and open up a new area. What is this? South Shield. There's a low town and the Smash Sloshed Squirrel, which of course is those 2 quests unlock some of the quests that or maybe achievement. Yeah, they unlock new story travel chapters. So this will be kind of interesting. I definitely have reached the bottom of the map here on one edge, I think. It looks like the bottom of the map here. There's just a ton of relic quests now. And a lot of story quests. So still got a lot of things to unlock, but definitely have a lot of stuff going on in terms of... Oh, it looks like the Spellweaver leveled up as well. Have a lot of cool things to get in terms of... Ooh, the Elementalist reached level 2, so it unlocks story quests. Elementalist has been researching Swagger, a hero from hundreds of years past who'd mastered both melee and magic combat. I've told them to investigate the ruined village of Mudshoot near Bloodford. Maybe they can find out how to bolster their own melee abilities. All right. So we got some achievements. We got to level up next at the beginning of next round, and still three travel areas. I'm not sure how many total travel areas there are. It does look like, from what I remember, I don't think there's any achievements on here. I don't know though. I guess there could be new ones added that aren't on here at the beginning. So that's a possibility. But it does look like there's only 3 left to unlock. I don't think I've found the Hermitage yet to unlock. So that's going to be something in the future. It does say that there are only 5 general quests, but I can't remember if that total changes, if there's ever been quests that they've added and that number's increased. Well, we'll have to see. I'll keep doing travel quests and unlocking new areas for sure. And I feel like the gold flows pretty smoothly. And so it seems as though there's a lot of really cool, obviously, elements. I got to buy some new elements. I think if let's see, let's go and check it out. Everybody has... Okay, so the Elementalist still has 1 element to buy, but everybody else or upgrade, enhancement. Jeez. So once I get that for him, I think I'm just going to maybe try to add +1 attacks to all of his stuff. Because I think that's going to be the biggest benefit if he can just do extra attack. Although I thought about maybe also adding elements. Man, that's tough. It costs a lot, though. It costs a lot to add an element. But it might be worth it. I can really just keep triggering those elements back and forth all the time. Huh. That's an interesting idea. I may have to do that. I did add a +1 attack to one, but maybe I'll just spend the rest on adding elements to things. And fire and ice are really some of the best elements you can add. I could also increase the combo ability with Craigheart back and forth with Earth, but um, just having those stuns in general is just huge. If I can go back and forth between the Spellweaver and the Elementalist generating ice, it's just going to be a pretty big combo to keep the crowd controlled for sure. All right. Well, until next week, I'll be back again streaming some more um, Gloomhaven next week on Tuesday. Until then, I'll see you all later. Have a good week. Bye.